Count money, man. Stack riches. Try and told him I'm a beast bud.
What's up, gang? Welcome back to another episode of the GRINDcast. Get ready. It's a new day. We're going to get it now, not next week, because what we're going to talk about is that we'll get it next week attitude, or we'll get it next month attitude. People always want to say, we'll get it next time, we'll get it next month. And I really appreciate the positivity. You know, there's times where you do have to say, we'll get it next month. We'll get it next week. But it can't be constantly. I saw a post from Ed Milet recently, and it said, procrastination is a thief and fear is a liar. And so bottom line is, most people don't succeed because they're chronic procrastinators. They don't lose because they didn't get a break or they didn't run, into an opportunity or whatever it is. It's not that they're not talented enough. They lose because they're constantly putting things off that they're afraid of, or they're delaying the work, and they delay and they delay and they delay until it's too late to take action. And then they start to develop the habit of not taking immediate massive action in that moment. Like, I'm going to get it done right now person. Anybody that is around me knows that. Man, I'm trying to get it done right then and there as much as I possibly can. I don't want this list just stacking up. Let's get it done right now. Not procrastinating like Nike. The Nike sign, the check, just do it. Right? Just do it. And so I think the attitude that stops people from building the momentum in their life that they want to build in their life is that they're lacking a sense of urgency, and they're so welcoming to this feeling of procrastination that they get comfortable with it. Because in order to create momentum, in Maxwell, John Maxwell's books, he talks about, man, when you got momentum, it makes everybody and everything look a lot better than they are. And when you don't got momentum, it makes everything look a lot worse than it is. You ever seen sporting events or teams that are like, man, she's on fire. He's on fire. They can't miss. That's momentum. And so in order to create momentum, you got to have a sense of urgency. The urgency that says, nah, we're getting it done this week. This is my commitment this month. This is my commitment to the process. I'm going to train this many days a week, or I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Whatever is in your control, you make that commitment this month, and the urgency that it takes to get it done and stick to your word, stick to your commitment. Not enough people are committed to their commitments. They just make these loosey-goosey commitments. You make a commitment, and then I'm going to operate with the sense of urgency, which can put pressure on you of, oh crap, I got to get it done by Monday. Not, I'm going to get it next week. But that urgency means, oh crap, I got to work Saturday and Sunday because I promised I was going to get this done by Monday. So now all of a sudden that urgency builds pressure that I got to get it done right now. And I think people are avoiding that pressure, but you've heard the term that pressure makes diamonds. No pressure, no diamonds. No pressure, no championships. When you see people perform under pressure, it's not that they perform without pressure. They've just learned how to have a better relationship with that pressure, how to digest that pressure, and to keep themselves even keel on the surface and where they need to be mentally, spiritually, the best they can. But trust and believe, anybody at a high level is operating a lot of times on a high level of pressure. And so you might as well start getting used to it right now by setting urgency in your life of, I'm going to commit to this month, and I'm going to do it. Whatever it takes this week, I'm going to do it. No, whatever it takes. I'll have it done by this deadline. This is what I'm going to do, whatever it takes. By this date, whatever. That urgency, that energy, that pressure, that stress, that feeling, that whatever, that is what it takes to start to build momentum. And then when you build momentum, things get a lot easier. And so I think sometimes people are avoiding that urgency because of the amount of work and all that stuff that it takes to get it all done right now. We know it's a lot of work. But that urgency is what you need to create momentum. And to get that urgency, you got to put in the work now, like it's the end of the week, like it's the end of the month, like it's the end of your lifetime. Urgency is what's going to help you create that momentum. In John Maxwell's 21 Laws of Leadership, he has, I think it was number 16, the law of the big mo. And he said, momentum is hard to start, but it's easy to maintain. And so the way I would picture that, like, man, picture, and some of you are lucky you're in a sunshine state or you're listening to me where it's warm and but here it snows. And so when it snows, sometimes your car gets stuck in the snow. And so when your car gets stuck in the snow, sometimes you got to have somebody in the driver's seat and they hit the gas and then they reverse it. Then they hit the gas and they reverse it, or they put it in neutral and you rock it and you push it and it comes back. You push it and it comes back. You push it and it comes back. Then all of a sudden you push and the tires start going and we're out of there. That's momentum. Momentum, it's hard to start. We could be rocking this sucker back and forth, working real hard, and then all of a sudden you push it and then it's easy to maintain. The gas pedal is going. Momentum is a change agent, and it's the most potent change agent. If you want to make a change, we got to create momentum. If we're going to create momentum, we're going to have a little bit of urgency. And momentum makes people perform better than they are, like I mentioned. And in leadership, momentum is the leader's responsibility to create. And momentum solves 80% of your problems, is what John Maxwell says. And so this week, right, because the only way to control the month is to control week by week. And the only way to control the week is to control the day. And so what we got to do right now is you got to have a sense of urgency on what you're trying to accomplish this week. What does that mean that you got to do today? And let's go extreme with it. Let's go perform with energy, excitement, enthusiasm, and urgency this week in order to be great. Let's put no more. What have you been procrastinating on? What are those things you know you need to get done that you haven't been doing? Let's get those things done. Let's take that off your plate. And has your attitude with your commitments been casual, or has it been committed? Has your attitude with your commitments been a committed attitude to that commitment? Are you committed to the commitment, or has it been, I'm casual with that commitment? And let's get ourselves aligned with being committed to whatever our commitment was this month, this week, and let's do it with urgency. And we'll be one step closer to building the momentum that's necessary to go to the level that you want to go to. All right? As always, we appreciate your time. As always, if there's anybody that you know that can benefit from this message, would you take just a second out, forward it over to them? Don't be afraid to share this with people that we can impact and try to change our piece of the world. So as always, we appreciate you. Thanks for joining us on another episode of the GRINDcast. Get ready. It's a new day.